All right, how we doing tonight? Hopefully everybody had a nice weekend and your week is off to a good start. What are we opening tonight? 3 things. Some autographed football jerseys, that'll be up first. And some, oh man, what is second? Oh, our Leaf. Our Leaf Sports Heroes. Right. See how quickly I forget? And then definitive baseball will be our third up tonight. And we may end up with some available teams in definitive baseball. I'm going to give the folks a little bit of extra time to pay for it since it doesn't break up first. And if the payment still isn't in by the time we get ready to break that product, then we'll have a few teams potentially available for you at that point. Meanwhile, we've got a little bit of information to go over here before we get started ripping tonight. First up there, just a note about feedback. It seems like it comes up a lot, so I decided I should just incorporate it. And that is just simply to let you know that my feedback is automated. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. Second message there, an easy one, just saying thank you. I appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me, listening to me sniffle and sneeze and cough and wheeze. It has been a bad allergy day, I tell you. Yeah, so I'm apologizing in advance for that. This is a list of what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we're going to start early, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, and we'll open Legacy Football by the case. Veteran Base has its own bidding spot, and as always, when it has its own bidding spot, that means it doesn't go to the teams, right? So the teams are going to get autographs, relics, inserts, numbered cards, parallels, etc., just not the veteran base. On Wednesday, we're going to open a Gold Rush autographed full-size football helmet, some Onyx Premier Gear baseball, which is an autographed memorabilia item. We don't know kind of which one. It can be, cleats or jerseys or gloves, any number of things. A lot of times it seems like it's cleats, though. And also Finest Baseball comes out on Wednesday, so we'll open a little Finest by the case as well. On Thursday, we're going to start early again, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We will open a half case of Topps Tier 1, mainly because I forgot I had those loose boxes in a half case quantity. So we're going to open those, and then we'll open another 12-box case of Legacy, once again with veteran base not going to the teams. On Friday, we've got 2 new releases. We're going to open them both on Friday night, starting 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. It will be a case of Luminance football and a case of Leaf Flash football. On Saturday, we're going to open a half case of Bowman Jumbo baseball. It's the back half of a case we started a couple days ago. And Paper Base has its own bidding category in that break, which means that the Paper Base, doesn't, again, go to the teams. Teams are going to get all the chrome cards and autograph cards. All inserts are chrome cards, so by default you're going to get those, and all numbered cards would go to teams as well. Here's what you need to know about shipping. We've got 2 free shipping breaks tonight, 1 paid. Our 2 free shipping breaks are the jerseys and the Leaf Metal Sports Heroes. And listen, guys, on the free stuff, I always project it out within a week of the time the break happens. Most of the time it goes out sooner. A lot of times it'll go out quite a bit sooner. Simply means it will not ship out to you any later than Monday a week from today. Our paid shipping break, which is definitive baseball, should be on the way to you no later than Thursday. Hopefully sooner, but it shouldn't be any later than Thursday. Now, the last little piece of information you need to know that applies to everything we're opening tonight has to do with consolation cards. So, if you are in one of these breaks tonight and your team is not pulled, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. That's just a used individual trading card for the team in question. It can be from any year and any series. I keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. In the free shipping breaks, just because they are free shipping breaks, I would usually hold on to your consolation cards until the next time you have a package shipping. If, however, you don't hit and you want it sent sooner, all you need to do is drop me a line, let me know, I'll take care of it. Now, in the paid shipping break, which is definitive, if your team doesn't hit in that, your consolation card or cards would ship out to you with the rest of the break, since it is a paid shipping break, okay? Now, this is also the order we're going in tonight. So the jerseys are first, Leaf Metal Sports Heroes is second, Definitive Baseball is third. And once again, there are currently some unpaid teams in Definitive Baseball. But I am going to check that again right before we break that product. If they're still unpaid, then we're going to sell them, to you guys by way of chat. If they've been paid by then, obviously we don't have to worry about that. So, first up, a 5-box case of 2019 TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys. It is a full case break. This is break number 7. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 3rd of June. Team names are on the left-hand side. Winning bidders are across from each team on the right-hand side. And, of course, a new spreadsheet's going to go up before the start of every break. So if you're not in this particular break, you just hang tight. You're going to get a chance to see your name up there shortly. Last but not least, I am adjusting the focus. It's not your eyes. That was me. But don't sweat it. We're going to be able to see everything we need to see with no problems. Kyle is here. Hi, Kyle. I did see that, Kyle, for the Reds. Thank you, sir. I did see that, and I appreciate it. What do you think about our draft pick tonight, Kyle? I mean, everybody kind of said that's who we would go with. You know, you never know until the pick is in, but we did go with that left-handed pitcher. What's that guy's name? Lodolo or something like that. Yeah, so I mean, supposedly the best pitcher in the draft, and of course the first pitcher taken in the draft, but also not a draft that was really considered to be super hot for pitchers. So there you go. Take that for what it's worth. So there you saw all 5 boxes. Now I'm going to take 4 of them off, get them out of our way, and we're going to open them one at a time as we roll through here. Alex is asking about unpaid teams, and so is Brad. Maybe, guys, possibly in Definitive Baseball. I will check it again right before time to break Definitive and see if it has been paid by then or not. Everything is paid in the jerseys and everything is paid in Leaf. Gina, I am going to do some more Prism Baseball, as a matter of fact. I just haven't gotten it on the schedule yet, but I do have more down there, and yeah, we will do more Prism Baseball. So our first out is a Donovan Mcnabb. You don't pull a lot of Donovan Mcnabb. Philadelphia Eagles. It is JSA authenticated. There's your little sticker. And there, of course, is your signature. Doesn't look like we have any JSA supporting paper to go with it, just the sticker. And then, of course, this is just a little thing that TriStar prints up. But JSA, if you contact them, might be able to replace the paper COA. But honestly, I tell everybody this, it really doesn't matter, because what matters is that right there. And you can look it up online and know everything you need to know based on the information that's on that sticker that's on the item. If the sticker's not on the item, then you're in trouble. Then you'd have to pay to have it re-authenticated. But the little piece of paper, it really doesn't mean much. Valley of Cards is here. Hello, Valley of Cards. And Kyle, you do like Lodolo. I don't know enough about him to know much other than, what I'd heard pre-draft and that we were probably going to take him, and that's about all I could tell you. All right, so we have John Randle out next. And there is your John Randle signature along with a Hall of Fame inscription. There's your JSA sticker. This one does have JSA paperwork in it right there. And John Randle is a Viking, right? I believe that is correct. That would be going to Minnesota. Anthony says the Angels need pitching, so hey, let's draft a shortstop. You know what? That's how I felt about Jonathan India last year. I was like, my God, the Reds need so many people, and we have such a crowded infield already. Like, why don't we just draft some more? But I don't know. They figure it out, I guess. I.e., we have Nick Senzel in center field, but what are you going to do, right? Gina, I am not doing the National this year. I do not feel like hiking to Chicago. I don't know, maybe Atlantic City next year because that's more of a fun city. So maybe. Robert Brazil is up next. There is his signature Hall of Fame inscription. It is TriStar hologram authenticated sticker and TriStar paper authentication, which honestly is just generic. It's not even specific to this exact item. But nonetheless, it's there. And I need to double check this, guys. I mean, looking at the colors, I would think one thing, but it could possibly be that he is maybe a, that could always be that he's on a, what am I trying to say, on a collegiate jersey or something. So I'm going to look up Robert Brazil here. You just hang tight with me for a second, please, while I verify it real quickly and make sure I'm not getting ready to call out the wrong team for this one, because I'm not 100% positive. But I'm about to be, because we're going to look it up. Yeah, okay, so yes, I was right in my head. He is, in fact, an Oiler, because I'm thinking, that looks like the Houston Oilers colors. So, former Houston Oilers are the current Tennessee Titans, right? And these kinds of things, they always stay with their franchise. So that means, of course, that it goes to the Titans. Hopefully everybody knows the deal with that by now. Every once in a while, you know, somebody will think that the Texans ought to get it because they're based in Houston, but the Texans, of course, are an expansion franchise that came along way after the Oilers left and had moved to Tennessee. All right, we are now looking at our requisite Saints jersey. It seems like we pull a Saint out of every case. This one tonight is Michael Thomas. And signature, JSA authentication sticker, JSA paperwork. But for real, have we not pulled a Saint jersey out of every one we've opened? Either Kamara or Michael Thomas? Maybe we haven't, but it seems like we have. And here comes the last one up out of this case. Oh, Kyle, I see now that you typed in Oilers. Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't see that. Once I switch off to go look something up, I can't see chat because I'm using the iPad. So when I navigate away to look it up, yeah, I can't see what you guys have got typed in there. But I do know this is going to make the Jets happy because it's Sam Darnold, baby, on a Jets jersey, the way it should be. His autograph, it is player authenticated with a hologram, also TriStar authenticated with a hologram sticker, and TriStar paper in there. All of our early Sam Darnold stuff was on his collegiate jersey, so which these are the first I'm seeing, really, of him on the Jets for the most part. So Sam Darnold and the Jets, just to recap here with what we have. Michael Thomas came out for the Saints. Robert Brazil, who was, of course, a Houston Oiler, which is the current Tennessee Titans. So that's headed to the Titans. Good old John Randle here. John Randle is a Viking, and these papers have slid over and covered up his signature. And we got started with Donovan Mcnabb for the Eagles. Give me 1 second to get these put out of harm's way, and then we're going to move right on down the line. Not that anything's really going to happen to them where they were either, but I don't know. Something about opening the jerseys and the helmets, I just like to get them, like, up and out of the area after I open them. I don't really know why. I just do. Excuse me again. All right, we are headed into Leaf Metal Sports, our little super special case. So, we talked about this a minute ago. Probably most of you saw it. For those of you who didn't see it, please take a minute and read what's up on the screen, because it's everything that you need to know about when stuff is going to ship and what happens if your team wasn't pulled. So this is a 10-box case of Leaf Metal Sports Heroes, and these are pre-production proofs. So they're all one of one, they're all slabbed, and they're all autographed according to Leaf. And this is case break number 3 of Metal Sports Heroes in general. This is our first go at the pre-production proof product. Whoa, 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 what is just happening right there? That was interesting. Like my computer got possessed. Anyhow, this also ended tonight on eBay, Monday night, the 3rd of June. Sold by first letter of last name, and you see, of course, our bidders across from our letters. A couple of them doubled up there, P and Q together, T and U together, V and W together, and X, Y, and Z going together. So these were limited to 129 cases, and you can see that ours is case number 43. I only ordered one case of this because I wasn't really, I wasn't really sure exactly. I mean, I know what it says we're getting, but like, I don't know. I didn't really, it just came out of the blue. Leaf just emailed us one day, the people who have direct accounts with Leaf, and said, hey, we're offering this not through distributors, but exclusive to direct accounts. Here's what it is. You have to decide right now, and we'll ship it in a couple of days. It was literally pretty much that. So I'm thinking, well, gosh, man, I've got to decide like right now. I don't even know. So I just ordered one case, and if it's awesome, I'm going to be sad that we didn't order a bunch more, but what are you going to do? Like a little sneak attack. Stang Lover's here, looking for some H hits. And you know what, Stang Lover? The Trinity baseball you asked me about is not coming out on Friday. I don't know when it is, but it's not coming Friday. I told you I didn't think it was, and I did double check with my distributors again today. It's definitely not. Flash football is. So we will have our flash football, but not Trinity baseball. And Leaf hasn't even given us a new date for it yet, so I don't even know when it's going to change to. So there you go. And Kyle says Sam Darnold was better than Carson Palmer coming out of USC. I like Sam Darnold, so you're going to get no argument from me. I like the kid, and he had a little bit of growing pains last year, sure, but who didn't? I think he'll be a good fit for the Jets long term. You can see I've decided to take all the plastic off and cut all the seals first. I often do it this way. Sometimes I take them all out of the box first too, but we won't do that tonight. We'll take them out one at a time and do the slow reveal. But I just like to have it all ready to go. I don't know why. I just do. Because then we're delaying our gratification right now to get it ready. But then once we start rolling, we can just bam, bam, bam. So I like that better. I don't know why, though, they didn't offer this to distributors. That was weird. Rich, you have not missed definitive. It will be after we do this Leaf break here, which isn't going to take us very long. And once again, for those of you who are interested, we may have some available teams at that point. I will double check right before that break and see if, what's paid and what's not. And we may have some teams to sell in definitive. We'll see how it shakes out. All right, here we go. First up is Goose Gossage for the G's. And of course, all of these are, again, one of ones, and all of them are slabbed, and they're all pre-production proofs. and all numbered. So I guess that's the deal. I guess they don't have any info on the back, and that's how we know it's pre-production proof. That's what I'm going to go with. It's my best guess at the moment, seeing as how that's how the first one looked. All right, this is Ken Griffey Jr. Oh, that is nice. And that's 2 for the G's, back-to-back. Gossage, and then this nice Ken Griffey Jr., which I happen to be a little bit jealous of. I'm a little jelly of that one. I will agree. I'm a little jealous of that one. And next out we have, who is that? Sergio Ramos. I'm assuming that's the R's. So that's you. No, Stang Lover's H. I don't know why I thought you were R. Soccer player, I assume. You know, I don't really follow soccer that much, but we're going to go with, he looks dressed like a soccer player, so that's what we're going to go with. Followed by Anthony Simons for the S. If I had put something white behind it, you can see his signature a little bit better. Since it's an acetate card, a little hard to see the signatures occasionally. Oh, Rich, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, friend, but the Yankees are already paid for. We have 3 teams that were sitting unpaid the last time I looked. We'll see if they still are when I get finished with this. Mike Singletary coming out for the S. So back-to-back S. Ooh, this is a duel. But they are both the Ball brothers, so it goes to the B regardless. But you got the 2 you probably wanted the least. You got LeAngelo and LaMelo. There's no Lonzo on there. It's got the young Ball brothers together there for the B's. A wrestler is headed our way, and it is Kenny Ortega for the O bidding position. The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas for the T's. Somebody asked me if they were going to have like all the color variations in this product or not. I mean, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like they probably will. I tried to find out, but I didn't get an answer from them, so I didn't, you know, only way to know is kind of open it and go through it. And from what I'm seeing, I'm guessing probably they are. LaDainian Tomlinson, so back-to-back for the T as well. Crazy. Got a few back-to-backs in here tonight. For the same letter, I mean. And our last out for the J's, how about a little Magic Johnson? A little J action right there at the end. All right, so to recap, these are all obviously slabbed. They are all pre-production proofs. They are all 1-of-1s and appear to all be hard-signed autographs. I don't really think there are stickers on there, but also it's hard for me to tell in this lighting. But anyway, Magic Johnson for the J, LaDainian Tomlinson for the T, Frank Thomas for the T, the Big Hurt, Kenny Ortega for the O, LaMelo and LeAngelo Ball for the B, Mike Singletary for the S, Anthony Simons for the S. This guy, Sergio Ramos for the R, who I believe is a soccer player, and somebody, Anthony, I think, said he's good, so I'll take your word for it. I know this is good. That's some Ken Griffey Jr., baby. Love that card. I'm kind of fond of this one, too. The Goose Gossage, also for the G's. All right, so there we go, kids. That has our Leaf case all finished up. It's going to bring us to definitive baseball, and you know it's going to take me a minute to go in here and see what's what, and see if we're paid for everything or if we're not, So if you just hang tight with me for a second, I'm going to try to figure that out. If I can get it pulled up here, we'll see what, if anything, is awaiting payment. And it looks like we just have one unpaid team, and that is the Phillies. So the Philadelphia Phillies are currently unpaid. They were last sold on eBay. The bid amount was $100. So obviously we know that's where it ended, but if somebody wants it, you need to jump in and let me know what you want to do, because it needs to find a home before we get rolling here on this. Blue Sack had a good night, huh? You got the Vikings jersey and the Magic Johnson card. That is a pretty good little jump there, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. So who wants to give a home tonight to the Philadelphia Phillies? Who can help us out and pick up our unpaid team here tonight? They need a new home. I know Bobby B said he might be interested, but I don't know if Bobby B is on here live right now or not. I'm guessing not, since I haven't seen him jump in here. But the Phillies need to find themselves a home. Meanwhile, while we're waiting on that, I can go ahead and show you this part again. So for anybody who missed it earlier, the free shipping stuff, which has just been completed, that was the jerseys and the Leaf Metal Sports Heroes, will be on the way to you no later than Monday a week from today. Free shipping stuff always projected out about a week after the fact, although it often goes sooner. What we're about to open, which is Definitive Baseball, should be on the way to you approximately Thursday. If I can get it out to you faster than Thursday, I will gladly do so. In all cases tonight, if someone gets blanked and your team is not pulled at all, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year in any series. It's just a loose card for your particular team. And generally in the free shipping breaks, I hold them until your next package goes and then send them out with that package. But if you want it sent sooner, let me know. And in the paid shipping break, if you get skunked, your consolation card or cards will ship with the rest of the break, since it is a little paid break. Now, meanwhile, let's you take a look at this. This is a 3-box case of 2019 Topps Definitive Baseball. It is a full case break, and that is break number 1. And of course, it ended tonight on eBay, Monday night of the 3rd of June. We've got our team names on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders are across from it there on the right-hand side. And looks like somebody, Brad, you offered 50 on the Phillies. I know Bobby had said before in messages that he was interested in them. Let me see if he has answered me back. He was actually the underbidder at the time, but I thought he would be live on here, because I basically just told him, hang tight, because I got to see if it gets paid before the break. And usually Bobby's in here when we break, but he's not right at this moment. So let me see if he sent a message. If you all will just hang tight here for a second, please, and let me see what he had to say about it in here. Let's see here. What did he tell me? He said, okay. All right, so let me tell him to jump into chat if he wants to do it. All right, so Bobby B told me by way of messages that he would go 75 on them. So I guess they're just going to be his then. It doesn't sound like anybody else is interested in them other than Brad threw out 50. Bobby B had said 75 in messages, so he was the underbidder anyway. So if no one else is interested in them, then I guess we'll kind of roll on down the line in that way. And meanwhile, let me go in and take care of the unpaid order here, and then we'll be ready to go. Yeah, I've had a lot of people recently do this exact same thing. They'll come in and tell you, oh yeah, like I'm trying to pay, or my PayPal's not working, or whatever. And I'm going to tell you what, every time that I have fallen for that, every single time that I have fallen for that, I have not gotten paid. So yeah, like I'm not going to be quite as stupid tonight. That's kind of the moral of the story. All right, so Definitive Baseball. I did show you the spreadsheet for it already, right? Okay. All right, so let's get going on this. And I just emailed Bobby B back and told him they were his. So we'll go that route for the Phillies. And see what we've got in here tonight. Somebody was asking about the jerseys, and it looks like you guys have managed to answer that already. So thank you guys for answering Lucas and letting him know what came out for our jerseys. Looks like Gina and Kyle and Blue Sack and Rich, everybody jumping in there to help out, so I appreciate that. Meanwhile, if we can get the box open and the cards out is the goal. Eventually, slowly but surely, we're getting there. Kyle is looking for some Joey Votto or some Barry Larkin for the Reds. That's right. Anthony needs some Yelich for the Brewers. Yeah, I'm waiting for Bobby B to jump into chat. I just asked him if he would jump into chat. He actually buys from me quite often. You'll see him when he comes in, because he always says, hey, 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 when he logs in. Hey, 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 Bobby B. So he was the eBay underbidder anyway, so I had already reached out to him before we even started the break tonight, because I had an idea this might not get paid. It was a brand new person, zero feedback person, all that kind of stuff. So you know how that goes. All right, here we go. Box number 1. Let's see what we can find. And that's just the little, card that covers it up there at the top. Yeah, Gina, these boxes have to be very, very nice, because they charge a lot of money for this product. So they have to package it up really nicely. I have to tell you, I'm already in love with our very first hit. How about Sandy Koufax to 5 for the Dodgers? Yeah, I'm a little bit in love, and we're only 1 hit in. This is why Definitive is so awesome, though, isn't it? Cedric Mullins comes out next. That is numbered to 50, and Cedric is a Baltimore Oriole. Vlad Guerrero, that would be Vlad Guerrero Sr., who's had a resurgence in popularity, honestly, ever since his son came up. It is numbered to 25. It's framed, of course. It says Montreal Expos on it. I think everybody probably knows that the former Expos are the current Nationals. So that means any Expos cards will go to the Nationals. A dual Chipper Jones and John Smoltz to 10 for the Braves. Oh, that is sweet right there, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is sweet. There's no getting around that. But look at this. The Braves aren't done yet. How about your young man, Ronald Acuna, to 50? He's in a little bit of a slump, a little bit of a hitting slump, I think, lately, but that's all right. He's going to be good. He's already good. He's going to be good long term. Cal Ripken Jr., Orioles score again, numbered to 25 with Ripken. And here come the Red Sox. with David Price to 35 with some authenticated memorabilia. Hence the little hologram sticker in it there. On it, rather, not in it. And right behind that, how about some more authenticated memorabilia? This one looks a little more interesting even, and it's Benintendi to 20, and that is a pretty sweet little relic. So Red Sox doing very well there with a couple of nice relics. And that is box number 1. Once again, that's just your little blank card in there. So far, so good. I wish I had more definitive. I was actually supposed to have more definitive. And then they came back and told me, oh, we made a mistake. You really aren't due that in allocations. I'm like, you told me in January that's what I was getting. It's been saying that since January that that's what I was getting. Oh, well, we made a mistake and we didn't catch it. You're not getting it. I was like, oh, well, thank you for letting me know the day before I'm supposed to have it in my hands. Aaron Judge, numbered to 5. How about that for the Yankees? Jeff McNeil for the Mets. Back-to-back New York. Different teams, but New York nonetheless to 25. Houston Astros, Jose Altuve to 30. Fantastic relic. That's your framed card out of this box. And also quite a nice little hit there. A redemption. We'll check it out at the end. Here's that Joey Votto you asked for, my friend. Kyle, Joey Votto to 5 with that relic. How happy are you right now? Did you have a feeling? You had the feeling tonight? You were right. That's a sweet hit. And you know I love my man Joey Votto. The Yankees in business again. Don Mattingly to 50 autograph and a little pinstripe hanging out there as well. Our first authenticated relic, also the Red Sox. My God, this one is to 35. The Droa, and that is the third authenticated relic we've seen, and all 3 so far have gone to the Red Sox. Oh, we're going to change it up now and go to the White Sox to 20 with Moncada. And then our redemption, which will actually, we'll go to the Topps website and verify it at the end of the break. In the meanwhile, we're going to let it kind of sit there and marinate, and we'll flip it right at the very end because I'm cruel that way. I'm so mean. I make you wait. I know. Shame on me. There's our blank card. It's static electricity has it stuck in the top of this case. Okay, for real, that is totally static. Anyway, you can see it's blank on the back. It says that on the front, and that's the way they all are, except this one is all staticky stuck to the top and then won't come out. There, it finally did. There you go. It just took a little persuading, that's all. Cubbies, Rizzo to 35. Which says the Red Sox must not know how to use pens. Michael Kopech, that is numbered to 50 for the White Sox. And I stacked that on the framed ones. I did not mean to do that. Our framed one is Jose Ramirez. It's a nice low number to 10 for the Indians. Next up, Rhys Hoskins and Steve Carlton to 35. There's that Phillies hit. Indeed, Rhys Hoskins and Steve Carlton to 35, babies. That is what I'd call boom from the team that didn't pay. Jacob deGrom, numbered 250 for the Mets. Behind that is Mike Trout to 5, but daggone it, I don't like the relic, but come on, it's Mike Trout to 5. I'm just like, I should never say daggone it on a Mike Trout to 5, but I just so wanted that relic to be more interesting than it was. But nonetheless, you're pretty happy if you're the Angels to have Trout to 5, okay? I'm pretty sure. That is the kind of relic I like. That's because it's a 1 of 1. D. Gordon for the Mariners. And that is the G of his name. And that is incredibly cool. Yeah. A sweet, sweet little 1 of 1. And our last out that's live in our hands here is Severino for the Yankees to 15, authenticated relic. I feel a little bit of a rough corner. I don't necessarily see it, but I felt it in that bottom left when I was holding it. It's just, it feels a little rough, so I know there's a minor imperfection at the very least. It's actually right there. It's bottom right when you're looking at it head on, but it's on the back. So just by the by for Severino and the Yankees. Now we have got a redemption we're going to flip over, and then after we do that, we're going to recap. And I have to tell you, I'm pretty pleased with this case. Hard to go wrong with definitive, but I think this was a particularly nice case. Ozzie Smith and Yadier Molina, St. Louis Cardinals. Sweet. Little dual autograph action there for and get that all nice and verified as soon as I can find where it says definitive. Like I can't find anything on here. Ever since they changed it, I can't ever find what I'm looking for. All right, we got to scroll down to dual autograph collection. I mean, it's going to say Cardinals. We know it's going to say Cardinals, but you know me, I'm going to put it up on the screen where you can see it, and then everybody will be on the same page. Right there you go. Ozzie Smith, Yadier Molina, St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals. Woohoo! All right, kids, we're going to recap this real quickly here. Garbage Pail Kids, you did not miss a Bo Jackson, unfortunately. I am sorry to say that you did not. But here's what we do have. St. Louis with the Ozzie Smith and Yadier Molina dual autograph redemption for the Cardinals. Relic for Severino to 15 for the Yankees. That incredible D. Gordon 1 of 1. I absolutely adore that relic. That is so awesome for the Mariners. And how about that autograph? How about Mike Trout to 5 if you've got the Angels? Yeah, I love the autograph. I'm not a fan of that basic red relic, though. I wanted an exciting relic, but I do like the Trout to 5. Kopech to 50, White Sox. Cubbies, Rizzo to 35. White Sox with a Moncada relic to 20. The Mets hit with Jacob deGrom to 50. Don Mattingly for the Yankees to 50. How about that? Steve Carlton and Rhys Hoskins, Philadelphia Phillies to 35. Yeah, sweet, right? Pedroia, Red Sox, 35, relic. My man Joey Votto, number to 5 for my Cincinnati Reds. Kyle was feeling it tonight. He bought the Reds. He called it. He called Votto as who he thought he was going to hit, and he called Votto and Larkin, I think, and hit Votto. So there you go. Cal Ripken Jr. to 25 for the Orioles. A little Jeff McNeil to 25 for the Mets. Mr. Aaron Judge to 5 for the New York Yankees. That's a fantastic relic for Benintendi as well, number 20. Another one for the Red Sox. And a David Price relic for the Red Sox to 35. The Atlanta Braves to 50 with Acuna. And this, Chipper Jones and John Smoltz to 10 for the Braves. Kind of love that too. Cedric Mullins to 50, Baltimore Orioles. We started off with this, which was an incredible hit. Sandy Koufax to 5 for the Dodgers. Our framed cards, Jose Ramirez to 10 for the Cleveland Indians. The Houston Astros with Jose Altuve to 30. And Vlad Guerrero Sr. to 25, Montreal Expos, which is the current Washington Nationals. So, of course, Expos go to the Nats. So that is the break, and that is the recap, and that wraps us up for tonight, other than I will put up the spreadsheet information again one final time if someone missed it earlier. This is going to give you your information about anticipated shipping dates. The free shipping stuff should be on the way no later than a week from today, probably sooner, usually sooner. That's Leaf Metal Sports and our TriStar Game Day Greats jerseys. And our definitive baseball should be on the way no later than Thursday. In all cases, if you didn't hit, your consolation card will be held for you. On the paid shipping breaks, it would ship out with the rest of the break. On the free shipping breaks, I would usually keep it and send it with your next package unless you send me a message and ask me to send a consolation card right away with the free shipping break. I would gladly do so. And then what we're looking at for the days ahead, tomorrow night's Legacy Football starting 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Veteran Base has its own bidding category, does not ship out to the teams. On Wednesday, we're going to open a Gold Rush autograph full-size football helmet, Onyx Premier Gear Baseball. That's another memorabilia break. Topps Finest Baseball comes out on Wednesday. We'll bust into a case of it as well. On Thursday, we're going to open a half case of Tier 1 Baseball, another 12-box case of Legacy Football. And it will again be 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, with Veteran Base having its own bidding category. On Friday, we're going to stick with 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Why not? We've got two new products that come out on Friday, Luminance Football and Flash Football. We'll open a full case of each. On Saturday, we're going to open Bowman Jumbo Baseball by the half case. It's the back half of a case that we started, 3, 4, 5 days ago. Recently, anyway. And then we probably will break Sunday of this week just because I have so much stuff on hand to break right now. Usually not usually, but lately I've been taking Sundays off, but I think we will probably be breaking this upcoming Sunday. I'm not quite sure what it will be yet, but we will most likely break something on Sunday. So that's it for tonight, I guess. So thanks, everyone. I appreciate you being here, spending part of your evening with me. I hope I see you again tomorrow night, but if I don't see you then, hopefully I'll see you somewhere down the road. Meantime, have a fantastic week ahead, and we'll be back at it tomorrow night. Until then, bye now.